Hello everyone. Now we are going to see about PostgreSQL. Um, why we choose PostgreSQL? What is PostgreSQL? It is a database. Why we choose that? Because it is so powerful. What is meant by powerful here? It has a large community. What community? They give us what are they? That is what we have to see. PostgreSQL is a database. Now we are going to the communities, or what are they? They are volunteers. They are around 15,000, I think. They are 15,000 or 15 lakh, I think. Volunteers are there. It's an open source software, open source database server. They are continuously updating the software, the database. What is it? Why we choose it? Because it is 15-year experience it has. It's always have a development phase. It's this development phase having a 15 years. It's a proven architecture this is, and then it's a strong reputation and data integrity, and then there is more reliable like that. And then why we choose this means is that I again tell you is that open source, and this is called object relational database management system, ORDBMS. This comes under the ORDBMS, developed by the worldwide volunteer source code available. And another thing is this source code are available in free of charge. That's why we choose PostgreSQL, because another one Oracle DB like that things are all it becomes a cost when we are going on the larger category. It becomes a cost. And then key features are supporting large communities, SQL standards, complex SQL queries, SQL subselectors, foreign keys, triggers, views, transaction, multi-versions, concurrency control and all. I don't know what is a multi-concurrency. After that I don't know, it's my task, bro. And then constraints, or there are the rules. Constraints is, let me explain. Constraints is the rules. If you want to put a data or column in a certain particular rules, it's a constraint. The data should not be a null. It should be a primary key. It's not comes under double the value. It's not comes under. It's never be a duplicate value in the same column like that. We have to put a certain rules. We enforce the rules to the column, to the particular column. We enforce the rules to the particular column. That is called that is called the constraint here. Here this is. What are the constraints they have? They are not null constraints. The not null constraints is explained. The data should never be the null value. That's why we ensure that we enforce that data column. This column data should not be null. That is what not null constraint. Unique constraints are this data should be a unique. It's never be a duplicate and all. And then primary key is one of the key that which gives identity to the particular column or row. This is the primary key. When we wants to retain the data about this row or this column, we can create this. We can create a primary key. We can say this is a primary key for this column like that. And then foreign key is the key that comes from another table. It's also called as a referencing key. This is. And then check constraints comes under the particular conditions this value is entered to the database. That is how the check constraints. And then about what are they we see about and then schemas is like collection of tables. It contains views, index, sequences, data types, operators and functions and all. Why we need that schemas? That is what the questions. It allows many users to use one database without interfering with each other, which means it allows the multiple users in a single table. Yeah, they the collection of tables. The schemas is called as collection of tables, right? So that we can the multiple users came here. They are using another applications like that. What they are using third-party applications and all. They are having objects to create a value for that, so that that third-party application can put in the separate schema, so they do not collide with the names of other objects. There is a chance, right? When we are came from the another table, but you are working on with the we are working the table with the another applications that creates object names to your tables or rows. If you came here means you may use that that object name to this table. That would be make some confusions in our table, so that these schemas protect that and separate that from the third party application object names and all. And where classes coming from, it's a condition to retrieve the data. Particular condition we put a conditions to fetching the data. Not only fetching, not only selecting the data, we can update and delete the data itself. And then we are going to study about and or operators. These are the conjunctive operators. The conjunctive operators is used to combine multiple conditions to narrow down selected data in a PostgreSQL statement. It comes under the conditions. It's also the conditions. It's to combine or if or else case like that condition using this operator. And then group by constraints is the keyword. Group by keyword is used to putting a group of columns to retrieve the data from the particular conditions using var class and or class. Using or class and or class, using that condition we can retrieve the data group of columns by columns by particular conditions and all. Distinct is a keyword that you it is also comes with the conjunction which is operator, if else conditions like that. Distinct is separately, it's never took the data duplicate, it's never took the duplicate data. If we have the table like two duplicate data which is same username or same user ID like that, or same age like that, same age with everything is a duplicate means it removes that. The distinct keyword is never considered about that. It only gives a original data only. And then these are the things we have to learn. A lot of it's so useful to learn when you are in a PostgreSQL. That's all, my task is completed. Thank you for your time.